not a vampire, not an alien. I'm not the fucking mummy, I'm a goblin.
Welcome, Goblin Nation! Welcome to this show with a review. Not a review again. What do I have lately with lots of other things that don't match reviews at all. And I have all kinds of reviews. It's insane. It's weird, but it is what it is. It is stuff I want to talk about with you guys because I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are insane. Oh no, wait, that's me. But you guys enjoy it, don't you? I know you do. I have seen the comments. I always read them, even when you think I don't. But I am. Anyway, because I'm standing behind you the whole time. Anyway, what are we here to do? Well, I'm gonna explain the new history of this season I feel like was really great in Doctor Who. Last season I was like, oh my god, this is drag, why am I still watching this? Oh my god, why am I watching this stupid show? It was so good. Then they have this, then they all fired it because they wanna go woke. Like some other YouTuber that I follow always says. It's like, they wanna go woke or broke! And they wanna go woke. And they're going broke. But mostly woke. Like a kind of thing, having all those kind of characters that need to be yet like kind of somebody that has disability. Okay, check. Somebody that's old, for the old people. Okay, check. That also is good kindness and has some other kind of black woman kind of thing as a wife, because we need to be all kind of inclusive. Everybody needs to be inclusive in this kind of scenario. And we have the son of him kind of thing, well, grandson, those kind of thing. And then a cop that's a woman, because we need somebody strong. The woman needs to be strong. And then we have the new doctor that's a woman for the first time. So in whole group, normally the doctor has only one companion. And I was fine with that. This one, I was not fine with it till this season. I was like, okay, now again, because they were always like, hey, this is a big issue. Hey, let's go time travel. It was always time travel, things that it should not be, things that are be. Those kind of things! They're always there. Always need to be there. And the first was always in history. They didn't do much space. They did some space stuff. Don't get me wrong. They did some space stuff, but they didn't do that much. Like one, maybe two, maybe three, maybe four, but not much. You can count it on. Yeah, one hand on this hand. You can count them. How many times they did space? But then this season came out, and then I was like, first I was like, oh, the master. The master is back. The spy master. I'm like, okay, that's a twist. But he's more evil than good. At this point, he's going insane. He's like, oh, let's go to the rabbit hole. I discovered something really, really insane, and I want I want the doctor to discover it or for herself, but kind of not, because at the ending, it's like, hey, I'm here, and I'm gonna let you show what I discovered. And he discovered some weird fucking shit. Insane kind of. Also, he created his own ray. Well, let's first say what he discovered. He discovered this whole new history, and this goes into the new history of the Doctor. He discovered that there was this child, this timeless child from another dimension, not this dimension, not that dimension, not where the Doctors did Gallifrey kind of thing. No, another dimension. And that dimension of the Doctor, that comes this timeless child in the beginning, when they didn't have a Time Lord's energy yet. When they didn't have that thing, there was one discovery. One that discovered somebody, a child, and he took that on her wing as his own child. But what she did was experiment on it, because she wanted to understand the child. First it was small, then they discovered the child has actually powers. Kind of thing to regenerate if she dies, and she wanted to for that powers for himself. She wanted, I want to all my life I will dedicate to discovering all the secrets of this, and she did all her life till she finally got it and used it on herself. And so it began the first generation kind of thing. Well, actually, the first issue was the child, but she used it on himself, and from there they did something and created the Time Lords. They evolved because now they can generate, now they can do this, now they can do that. That's how it went. And who's the child? Well, the master, because the master is the same, you cannot take it for an absolute certainty, so they can always go back. But he says the child was the doctor all along, so they, for somehow, some way, they forced the child, when he's grown up, to be a child again. It's like, you regenerated to grown up, you kind of thing. Now go back. Go all the way back. One thing, we're gonna have only 13 lives. This was the kind of thing. You can only have 30 lives. You can only kind of thing. They all got because of the doctor. So the doctor has more lives than anybody. That was already teased. When it's like another other version of the doctor that he didn't know existed. Another version of kind of thing before all the thing. Before his memories got kind of erased, and the Time Lords. So I like a kind of this new origin kind of thing for the we see this all the time in comics happening, like retcon this, retcon that. We do it all the time. It's like not the big deal. It can always go return to normal, and the master was insane because like this is why I killed him. I cannot be just a piece of you, but I feel like if you're gonna have the doctor being from another dimension or whatever, not a real Time Lord, well, actually she is like the original Time Lord pretty much. But anyway, but if that's like, you should do also that the master is also from that's like friends kind of thing. They're friends, and he is goes behind, and all he can do is to stay with his friends, is going or regenerate also to as a child. So they two gonna be together, and that's also the reason why they're the only ones that escaped the Time War, because they're much more powerful than the Time Lords ever could be, because they're way before the Time Lords ever existed. I feel like that you could do that kind of thing. Anyway, so yeah, that also means the doctor is way older than 900 years, 1000 years, whatever years they are now, 2000, 3000, I don't know, lots of years kind of thing. He is way older, and I actually kind of thing like it, because that also because I feel like the Time Lords are always evil. They're always, and now it makes fucking sense why they're always being assholes. They're always been assholes all since the beginning of time. And they lie about that kind of thing. It's like, hey, where are the Time Lords? They kind of did that for themselves. They make them power because now they can regenerate, becoming a kind of thing. They become superior, and you know, they cannot have the timeless child being like, oh, I was here kind of thing. So he is like, gets erased kind of thing on memories and be forced to become a child. The doctor is like, hey, he's optimistic. It's like, oh yeah, yes, you broke me a little bit, but then I get out, because this is like hope. Because, I mean, come on! You literally killed a whole family to only discover this is not your real family. Your real family is from another dimension. Your real family is somewhere else in the universe. So it's like the first Gallifrey, the first kind of thing. You still can have all those things working. Also, what happened to the other Time Lords? Well, they got to become Cybermen, or like the Master called them, my Master Race. Like, again? You did that already. Your race on Earth, you made it the Master Race. You can did that, and now you make that Time Lords are still kind of thing. They're warriors, and they can regenerate now. They're Cybermen that can regenerate. That's dangerous. So dangerous. But then, you know, they all exploded. So that didn't take long. Kind of thing. Though the master also, but it's the master we were talking about. Yes. So long the doctor is around, the master is gonna be around. Cybermen always get recreated, but always when they evolve beyond anything, it's always like, and we're back there, kind of thing. Anyway, so I like it. Like I said, I like the kind of thing that they do with having this all that she come from another dimension. another kind of world. I feel like that can be explored to maybe she is really from a peaceful race, kind of thing, of this other race that we don't know yet, but we're gonna discover. Now I feel like she wants to know the other kind of thing. That's the whole explanation. Next time is gonna be the why he's going to Doctor B, why he's gonna. And I would love to play the Master. Actually, the Master more than the Doctor. I think like they're gonna be a little bit more crazy. Kind of hang to it. And my favorite Missy was also cool, but I feel like what happened there? It's like they never referenced like Missy was literally good. Missy was the version that turned good. Is this the middle thing? The master spy kind of thing. The actor that now plays the Master is actually before it became Missy. Because Missy had this whole redemption arc. Missy had this thing that she became good. That it was at the side of the of the Doctor. Something that this version doesn't want yet. So I kept feeling like, and she literally died, kind of thing, by herself. Like, I already died, and let's go thing. Like I feel like we still need an explanation for that. We never got that. And yeah. Like I said, this now I explained the history. It was Tra2. They had weird names. It's not revealed how the Doctor calls because nobody knows how the Doctor is called because the Doctor is way before they had names. They've been to college. They've been to some stuff, but some other stuff happened. And I'm curious if this is still gonna go, if this now doesn't get cast. We had this Aunt Clifford that she got in jail at the ending, but I feel like it's great. I think it's some people gonna hate it, some people gonna love the new history of the thing. I feel like they didn't do much with the Time Lords, and Time Lords been always bitches, assholes. They've been assholes since ever. Like, first they cannot do the thing, then they want to blow up everything, then they want to kill the Doctor, then they want to save the Doctor do something for himself to destroy almost time, then they could get, the Doctor is gonna stop him again, so that happened all over again. It's like, hey, no, we're gonna go back, kind of thing. Then they got all destroyed off screen, that also was annoying. By the Master, and all those things kind of thing makes it like, oh, what are they saying? I hope the next, and also what I like about having this new history, it can be a new enemy. Like, why is the Doctor in this, he is from another dimension, why did he come from that dimension? What made him go to that? Did the parents like, dude, we're in a war, like this much bigger war than the Daleks ever could. This war that nobody ever a possibility. We need to save our child, and that's what happened. Like the child got saved through another dimension, kind of thing, thrown into this other dimension, while they're fighting this war, this beast kind of things that we later gonna discover. Somebody more ancient than the Daleks. Somebody. Really, I love always this lore building up on the history of kind of things. There comes a point I'm like, oh my god, still, but not right now. I feel like, yeah, let's go there. Let's give another kind of thing. We have the Cybermen, we have the Daleks. Those are the Master. Those are the three main characters of the Doctor always that returns. The ones that everybody knows. I feel like let's have this third one. Let's have this kind of history that we can make the third one. I mean, sure, the Time Lords are kind of the thing, but thanks to the Master that killing them off screen, they don't matter anymore anyway. And now and before that, we're like also. So I would love to see the more of this history. I hope they introduce some more like arch nemesis kind of thing. I'm curious about the series. If I would rate it, I'm not rating it because I'm explaining this kind of thing. But if I was, it would be a 10 out of 10 on this kind of thing. It's not so good as the other seasons, not the season before, but before that. the before this one series before season before was trash, but the rest perfect, and this one perfect. This season, well, perfect is maybe a little bit more fire in the butt than it should, but you get a point. It was, I feel like, really great, and I hope I explained the new history of the Doctor Who. If you don't want to see the series, at least I can do is explain the new history of the Doctor that he has now, kind of thing with the Master. The Master is actually, it's like, I would not be created if it wasn't for you, but I hope they retcon that too, and it's like, hey, he was also from this other dimension. Because I feel like the Master and the Doctor are like those two yin and yang kind of things. That are like, one is evil, one is good. Keep him coming back, and eventually he turns good. He should. Seriously? Let me. I'm just saying, guys. BBC, you want a new Master? You want somebody that go crazy insane, but also could kind of thing. I mean, Missy did a really great job, the actress, but she is going higher. She's in the Sabrina, the Chilling Adventure of Sabrina Netflix series. Come on, you wanna hire me? You wanna hire somebody that can be there if you pay enough in an hour? I mean, actually, you can only be there in 6 hours, 7 hours. I can be there in a day, right on your set if you pay me. I would love to be the Master. I would even do it for free. But then you have to come to me for filming it because I don't have the money to get there. Anyway, hope you guys like it. What's your thoughts about it? And you think I could be the great Master of Illusion, the Master of this org and corporational. I would now. This all more armed and operational TV show will be in my. Let me be your guide on the next season. Let me be the one that helps you create the next season. I have lots of ideas for it. Anyway, hope you guys like this this explanation of his history. Hope you enjoyed me rambling about it for 70 minutes. About the explanation of the new history of Doctor Who. What you guys thought about it? Because before, if you didn't know, he was from Gallifrey, grew up kind of thing with the Master. The Master started in a time vortex, became insane, and just ran away. While the Doctor had other ideas, by also kind of running away or got inspired by it, whatever. Kind of thing. Time Lord from Gallifrey saved Gallifrey from a war versus the Daleks into a dimension. Then the Master find it, and that the rest is history. Anyway, now this new thing what I say kind of happened. Anyway, what's your thoughts about it? Let me know. Down below. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
I do it all because